Before we start, just understand this is not a signal service. Everything you see here is for educational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and the goal here is not to follow trades, it's to learn the process behind them.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to I'm the Trader Capital live trading for law. It is a bloody good morning. Oh my goodness, another week we're back at it. Another week to get 1% better. Anyway, first and foremost, all glory to the Most High God. All right, let's bow our heads for a quick prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you for another opportunity to try again to learn and grow in these markets. Father, we ask that your will be done today as it is in heaven. Father, I ask that you give us the heart of a giver and make us a lover of our neighbor. Please let me not lead anyone that listens to me astray, but use me as a vessel to bring your children back onto you. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 Can the church say amen? Amen. Let's begin. Before we jump into the charts, I just want to say this. There was a time I used to sit down on the charts with no real plan, jumping between strategies, losing, blowing accounts, second guessing every entry, and honestly just hoping that the trade would work. And that's where most traders are today, not because they're not capable, but because they don't have a structured process. The biggest pit traders to fail is that they have no knowledge on money, they don't know how to lose, they don't know how the markets operate, and they don't have a winning model. 90% of traders fail, all 90% are plagued with one or more of these pitfalls. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 pillars that every trader must have in their trading to survive and thrive in the financial markets, so you can join the 10% who succeed and fast track your way to the top 1% of the wealthiest people on this planet. It's called the 10% to 1% club. Let's go. Woo! But before we dive deep into the 3 core pillars, when you step into this arena, on this battlefield, you must first have 2 crucial realizations. Realization number 1, trading is war. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life. Realization number 2, all traders are money managers. As a trader, your ability to manage money is vital to your survival in this industry and in life as we know it. Most traders think that success in the markets comes from finding the perfect strategy or catching the biggest moves. But the reality is, trading success is built on 3 core pillars. First is money and mindset. This is the foundation of success. Then is risk management. This is the holy grail of trading. This is what will keep you in the game long after everybody else has quit. And lastly, we have trading edge. This is where all traders start. I know this because this is where I started. That's why in today's session, we're going to hone in on your trading edge. Now, everything that we do here is built around one thing, and that is confidence in your trading edge. And I am the Trader Capital. Our confidence comes from 3 things. First, it comes from understanding how the market actually operates. Not what social media says, but how money truly moves. Second is having one trader model. One model with IPDA signatures that we trust and execute on a consistent basis. Third is having a plan and a process, because without a plan and a process, you're just reacting to price and you're winging it each and every time. And this right here, this session, this is where we focus on the 3rd piece, the process. So many people lose confidence in trading and in life because they simply don't have a plan. There's no process they're following. There's no procedures and protocols that they're abiding by. They literally are just winging it. And they wonder why they can't get consistent. They wonder why there's ups and downs in their equity curves. They literally can't figure it out. The uncertainty of not knowing exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, why and when you're doing it in the market will cause you to fail in trading. Confidence and certainty are key if you want to be successful in trading, and it's your responsibility as the trader, as the analyst, as the fund manager. It's your responsibility to attain that confidence. not only in your model, but also in your processes. So what I want to do right now real quickly is I want to share with you the process that we teach all our analysts at I'm the Trader Capital, and then we'll see that process live in action. This is the 3-step trading process. Step 1, condition. This is where we determine our bias. Before we even think about entering a trade, we need to know the market program. Are we in a buy program or sell program? This is where the market shows its hand. Then we have step 2, stage. This is what sets up your trade and what does your trade look like. There are 2 types of trades, retracement setups and continuation setup. Then we have step 3, execution. This is how you're going to enter, manage, and close the trade. At I'm the Trader Capital, we have 4 entry criteria before executing. I'm not here to force trades. I'm here to execute my plan step by step in real time. All right, let's get into the live trading flow. Now, as you're watching, don't just look for entries. Pay attention to the process behind the entries, because this is what will get you into the 10% of traders who succeed. And if you want to go further to the 1%, well, that's where we break down all 3 pillars inside of the program. I used to think that winning trades built confidence, but it's not the wins. It's knowing exactly what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it before, during, and after each trade. And that is what we're building here. Let's begin with our daily trading processes. All right, weekly target going into this week is 3%. Each and every week, I feel like I'm getting closer to being able to hit that 3% target goal I'm setting for myself. But that's not my focus. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, 3% going into the week. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. Excited for another week in the markets and the charts. Excited to grow, all right, and get 1% better. I'm here, all right. That's what it's all about. Just growing, becoming a better individual, not just in the charts, but in real life. You know, like just seeking excellence in everything that I do, not just in the charts, all right, but taking it outside into the real world as well. Okay. Not that this isn't the real world. This is the realest world there is. Anyway, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. News is Monday, July 27th. All right, we're already done with July already. This is the last week of July. Damn, godly, this year is just flying, boy. Yeah, anyway, Monday, July 27th. We have high impact news coming out at 8:30. When we checked our calendar for the last week on Forex Factory, Monday didn't really have any news. Like I said, this is my backup calendar, okay? But the main one I use is Econoday. I will always go with Econoday's information, all right? This is just for the look ahead and for the look back period, because Econoday I only get on the week off and then it's done, it's gone. Obviously, they want you to buy it. Obviously, they sell a journal too. They want you to buy it, but it's physical. I wish they had this in a digital format where I could buy it and still see the next week's and the previous week's. Econoday, if you're listening, that would be a very good idea for you guys to do. Yeah, I might reach out to you guys for that. Come on. Anyway, we have high impact news coming out 8 today. It makes it an optimal, not, it makes it one half of the check, right? An optimal day. We still need to see opening range gap that will confirm whether we're trading or not, but it makes it an optimal day. But whether we're taking a trade or not, that would be dependent on opening range gap at 9:30. Risk going into today, because I'm taking a step back, right? I'm still maintaining where I'm at. We are 0.25 of account size and we have a max of 0.75 per account per day. Weekly program hasn't been established yet, okay? I wait for Monday's range, all right, to give me my weekly program going into the week. So I have to wait for Monday to completely finish 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then we'll be able to establish a weekly program. But we'll go ahead and review our higher time frame and adjust our higher time frame ranges and proceed with our trading 3-step trading process. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a bit of a revamp here at I'm the Trader Capital. We revamped a little bit and stuff. You know, we changed. What we had was just a starter, right? It was just something to get me into the streaming thing. But as I'm obviously growing in my understanding of this thing, you know, I'm starting to revamp the look, you know, and the feel and the vibe that we got going on here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? By order of the peaky fucking blinders, mate. Let's start with the weekly. Let me delete previous week's range. Previous previous week's range is still low. The high is still in effect though. So that's interesting. I might have to draw that out. Then we'll go into the weekly. And then we'll just review price action top down analysis and keep it pushing. Take a look at the monthly. We've come into a monthly inefficiency here, a busy. All right. It's characteristics that it should support price higher if price wants to go higher, okay? But if it doesn't, that's also a telltale sign that obviously price might potentially want to go lower. Still inside. Let's see where we closed in here. Okay, we closed below consequent encroachment of this weekly inefficiency, all right, suggesting potential weakness in this inefficiency, all right? So drawn liquidity right now, it's looking like from the higher time frame, monthly to weekly, that price might want to go lower, depending on how we behave this week, right? But we've already got a closure below this inefficiency, okay? So I'm expecting price to completely fill it in, and we have a smaller one below. Cool, let's get previous week's range on here. Then we can go into the daily. Okay, from the daily, as you can see, price refused to take buy side here. Create relative equal eyes, failed to take it, took the short-term high. Now we're tanking a little bit. Even failed to take this little high right here. Oh, let me big this thing up so we can fully focus on this. All right, 20-day needs to be adjusted. The high is good. We got a new 20-day low though. It's currently previous week's low. Let's adjust previous day to all them lows down there. That's a strong low right here. Not that it's formed yet, but that's a very strong low. On the daily, we feel this inefficiency here. Below we have this. Should price want to continue lower, okay, and take previous week 20-day low, previous day's low, this will be my draw, my next draw on liquidity on the daily time frame down in here. Let's put it. Let's no sync it though. Down in here, and then obviously we have 60-day low below price, okay, so adjusted higher time frame ranges. We got previous week in there, previous week's high, previous week's low, previous day's high. We've taken previous day's high already, okay, right here. So if you're using previous day's range as your condition, all right, as your step one condition, determine bias, all right, you'd be coming into today, all right, in a buy program because we're taking previous day's high. We do have a daily inefficiency above us here that I want to see keep price lower. Right here, I want to see this key price lower. It can come up into here into the volume imbalance, but I want to see key price lower to this drawn liquidity. So that's our high time frames situated there. Let's get on with the business of today because we got 15 seconds until we kick off, which I'm not in a rush because I'll be waiting till opening range is complete anyway. So I've started not to rush myself these days because I'm waiting anyway. So there's no rush here. All right, we're kicking off. Decent size open range gap. We are taking dealing range sell side. I know you can't see it, but it's 9:15 candles low. So we're taking dealing range sell side. We're establishing a condition for the day as a sell program. So let's go ahead and adjust this. Our weekly hasn't been established yet. We're still waiting. And daily we're in a sell program. Okay, so decent size open range gap. I like that opening range gap along with news today. Makes it an optimal day to take a trade. All right, it's below price. Okay, so we gapped up, so we have a premium gap up. Anyway, let me get on with my Dealing range, I think, yeah, 915 is the lowest. From 12 a.m. to current price action, obviously before 9:30 candle kicks off, all right, note the lowest low to highest high. That will give me my dealing range going into today. That determines my daily condition, okay? It determines my daily condition. What my daily condition is might be different to your daily condition. You might be using previous day's range, and for you, you'd be in a buy program, and right now you'd be in a discount here, looking for the continuation to the upside, right? It's just all about how you're looking at price and where you're seeing it from, right? We all have different perspective. Trading is a solo sport. What works for me may not necessarily work for the next person. You just have to find what suits you and just plant and bloom there, you know? Anyway, we've taken dealing range sell side, like I said, all right? So we've established a condition as a sell program. So we're looking to be a seller for the day. Doesn't mean we can't buy, all right? We're just aware that the buys are retracements and they're going against our daily condition. Mondays are good trading days. We love it. We love it. We love it. Mondays are great days because these markets open back up. I'll be watching this if we get a market structure shift back above here, which we did. But look at the body, look at the wick, look at the body. It wicked up in here and then closed down here. I would lose faith in all of that. And yep, and you'd be getting taken out right there. 15 seconds. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I didn't get to finish my back testing session this weekend. There's so much was going on. But I did 2 days. I did Friday and Thursday. I think I got to Wednesday. I was working backwards. I got to Wednesday and it's just I didn't get to finish, but we will finish it. We will finish it. I did get a lot done this weekend though, but I wouldn't say a lot, but I did something. Something is brewing, which we'll talk about at the end of our session today. We'll go over it. But I did something this weekend. But anyway, we did take, don't let that fool you. We did take buy side there. And market structure shift back below. So not sure if it would have given us an entry because I wasn't watching this candle form. I would have waited for closure anyway because we're in discount and we're selling a discount. So no, it wouldn't have given us an entry. We're watching it though. Oh, what's below and above dealing range? I didn't even notice that. Anyway, below dealing range, we have Asia session sell side, which price has liquidated now. Okay. We got, new week opening gap. It's a huge one. We gapped up. It's a big one. And then below that, we got all that sell side. Previous day, previous week, 20-day low down in here, okay? So we've taken liquidity below dealing range, okay? So this activates retracement setups for me, okay? That's one of the conditions I've put in place due to the data that I've been collecting back, all right? In terms of retracement setups, okay? So after liquidity is taken above or below dealing range, all right, this activates retracement setup. So I can now engage in retracement setup because we've taken liquidity. We took Asia session sell side here, okay? So just a little protocol I wanted to make myself aware, all right? So when I watch these things back and I update my precision protocols, I have it there and I can update my precision protocols. That's the purpose of me watching these back. Not that I have been watching them back. I'm actually slacking in watching it back. But now that I'm implementing new protocols and adjusting as I'm going ahead, all right, I need to watch these back so I can write them down. Above dealing range though, okay, we have, is that AM session buy side from Thursday. Which is also open range buy side. So we'll make it blue because it can be relevant for today. It can be relevant. Which one is the blue? We can't see, you know. Is that blue? Yeah, it's blue. And then if we need anything else above it, we have Thursday's dealing range high above price. Okay, should we go any higher than that? But for now, we're good. We can take all sides. This is a V-shaped entry retracement setup here. V-shaped retracement setup. Not for me though. I'm watching it. Let's see if it would have even given us a contract. Oh, it would have given us one contract. We'll watch it. I've also, this was something I was backtesting, but I didn't obviously get to finish. Based on the 2 days I did look at, where did I put the information? Oh, I need a new notepad. I need to start organizing my junk. Daily range, previous daily, previous weekly, key levels will be used as draws on liquidity and only for continuation setups. It's not set in stone. It's not set in stone, but it's just something I noticed. Okay, and I'll be paying more attention to it going into today. Like I said, it's all data collecting, right? I'm just putting it out there in the ether, so I know what I'm doing, what I'm looking for this week. Just collecting more data on what I've been seeing in price action. Seeking excellence, right? I'm moving away from wanting to be in every setup to just picking a specific setup, just being a sniper, being a sniper for one specific thing, And if it misses, it misses. I understand that that's the only thing promised to me, right? Losses. But man wants to be a sniper. I'm in school to be a sniper. Right? I don't want to be in each and every trade because that's not seeking excellence, And that's what I was doing before. Coming to new week opening gap. Da 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 ba 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 da ba ba. hold on. I'm watching. I'm seeing. As a continuation. Boom. Yeah. Something clean. Nothing clean. Da 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 da. She is a tanker tanking. I see nothing in here that I would feel comfortable, especially during opening range. So it is not for me. Baby trader in the bitty. Another week of greatness. Another week of just learning, growing, becoming 1% better. How can you hate that? How can you hate on that? How can you hate on that? You can't. It's like I'm getting bored of you boys flexing on boys. Oh, we took dealing range sell side, okay. Traded below first draw on liquidity, which would have been Asia session sell side. Next draw on liquidity is just fat ass low that we got here. 20-day low, previous week's low, previous day low. Whew. It's a big one. It's a big key level there, okay. So that's my next draw on liquidity. All right. Yeah, it doesn't even come back and give you an entry in here, to be honest. So nothing even to look at. Okay, we're at previous day's equilibrium. All right, that's the middle of the previous day's range. Took buy side, retraced into a discount in terms of previous day's range, or even dealing range as well, right? Because we're below low, so we're in a discount. And watch. I'm intrigued to see if I see what I need to see here. Oh, I ain't even logged in, you know. Man, I ain't even thinking about taking the trade, to be honest. Which is good. I'm not in a rush. The past 3 days of last week, I just taped the red price, and it was the best trading sessions that I've had in a long fucking time. All right, it was. They taught me so much. They opened my eyes so much, and I literally didn't take any trades. Just watching the price action and just anticipating the setup and watching it do its thing. It was beautiful. It was a nice sight to see. There's a short-term local high here. Took that below. Okay, let's see. But I'm just watching for now. Paying attention. It's a small local high, but it's there. Let me see what the high of this candle is. 474. The high of this is 473. So definitely a local swing high right here. Definitely a local swing high there to continue lower. So we've hit consequent encroachment of open range gap there. All right, that's always an initial draw on price. Let's see if we completely fill in the gap today. But I'm watching. Hold on, let's put this here. Here's also a 1 minute swing low there. And we've hit consequent encroachment. Okay, so let me add them. This is the local swing high I'm talking about there. Let me not sync that because only on a second. Market structure shift here, all right, would confirm a retracement setup for me. So we're gonna watch it. If it happens, it's something I'm collecting data on. Okay, so regardless, I wouldn't be taking the trade anyway because we're in open range, and I'll be waiting till post 10 o'clock to take a trade. So like I said, I'm drilling down. Like everything that's happened has got me to this point, right? And I'm learning to be okay not being every single move, right? Trying to catch it up, go down, and all of that stuff. One day that's a skill I want to perfect, but for now, right, in my early stages of seeing profitability and consistency, I want to be a sniper. Okay, so we've traded to and through it. All right, I would be interested in a retracement buy setup here. Okay, so we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it, see what it does. If we do take this low, obviously we would be wrong on our idea there, and price would be telling me that it wants to continue lower. This is where my stop would be regardless. Right, when you take a loss, right, it's giving you information, right? You're paying for premium insight. It's a cost of doing business. If you own a restaurant, all right, you have to pay for the food or for the ingredient to make the food, right? It's cost of doing business. That's what losses are. They're giving you you're paying for premium insight into price action and potentially where it wants to go to next, right? What's happening anyway. So when you take losses, just understand it's part of the battle. All right, that's the only thing promised to us. It would have given us how many contracts? Just the one contract. So we'll be getting out at -1 right here. Oh, and I have adjusted how I will be managing my trade as well. So at -1, before I would move stop to 0.75, but now at -1, I'm leaving the stop where it's at. I'm not touching the stop. And then at 1.5, that's when I adjust stop. Oh yeah, I adjust stop to 50% of the range. And then at -2, we go to break even and we leave the trade alone. So we're watching this retracement buy set up here. And this is based on previous day's equilibrium. It's time and then price, right? Time and then price. Time is what, 9:30 kickoff, and price is the equilibrium of previous day's range. And we already established our condition, right? We already established that we're in a sell program for the day. So this trade, we understand, is a retracement to then potentially catch the continuation to the downside, or it could be traced to reverse, right, by taking dealing range high and then flipping our bias from sells to buys. Okay, so there's a reason. If this, then that. If this, then that. If this, then that. Yep, sniper. We want to be snipers, because that's how Ipta is thinking, right? She's thinking she's an algorithm. She's a code. She's following code, right? And the code is, if this happens, do that. If that happens, then do this, right? So that's how we need to approach our trading, and that's how we need to approach the market, right? If this happens, then I'm anticipating this to happen. But if that happened, then obviously I'm wrong and this should happen, right? When things you're expecting to happen don't happen, it's giving you information, okay? So pay attention to that information. That's how you read these candlesticks, right? I can delete this. It's just the one contract. We don't need that on the chart. I'm watching this macro though. I'm watching this macro. Not the time yet. I want to see after 4. Okay, yeah, not the time yet. Wait. Time and then price. All right, that's how we look at the charts. Time and then price. Time is on the x-axis and price is on the y-axis. Okay, just like any chart. The x-axis, x-axis, tongue twister. The tongue and the twisting. The x-axis is the most important axis on a price chart, on any chart, really and truly. The x-axis has the most, it gives the most important information, okay? And then we look at the y for the backup. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's another thing too. Am I waiting till the 4 minutes and then? Oh, so much data to collect, man. So much data. Still in the process of refinement, you know? Refining the future me. Just carving. I got a mold and I'm just working on carving that mold into like just the perfect shape, you know? And that would be my future trader, my future analyst, my future fund manager. For this trade right now, I'd want to see price come up here and cause this market structure shift here. If it doesn't, yeah, we'll be getting cooked in this trade. Da 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 da. there you go. Would be getting cooked. Nothing wrong with that. It was good to watch. That's fair. Now we're watching if price wants to continue lower, okay, into daily open range, lower quadrant here, and then to completely fill in the gap. So premium insight, right? We would have paid for premium insight here, okay, in taking that loss, okay. But now we're watching to see, right? We're proving that we were wrong, that price wanted to retrace. Now let's see if the price wants to continue lower. Hold on. I just want to see if it would have given me anything in terms of contract to look at. Yeah, one contract. Go ahead and get rid of that. Let's see where one contract will be in terms of -1, 503. Anything below 403 is 100 points. So it was less than 100 points, so we should be fine. Quick math, it just is my weakness. It's always been my weakness, quick math. Anyway, -1 will be down here, so let's see if price gives it to us. So you would have taken a loss, okay, fine, nothing wrong with that. That's the only thing promised to us. But that loss, right, gave you insight. Hey, potentially you're offside, price might want to go the other way. Plus 50 macro setup is a higher probability than a 30 setup for me personally. I'm just saying. This one couldn't even give us bread and butter, but as you can see in this one, we would have got bread and butter already. Look at that! And right here, you'd be potentially making back your loss, or at least the majority of your loss back, right, from this first initial trade, which there was nothing wrong with, right? There was nothing wrong with it. We just paid for insight, cost of doing business. Cost of doing business. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost that hunting time. It's almost my hunting time. It's time for me to hunt for that prey. It's time for me to hunt. Let's get ready. Sniper on the roof. In position. Let's get dealing range in here. I will get it after this candle closes here, okay? Because I want to include that 10 o'clock candle on the 1 minute. And -1 getting smashed right here. Woo! And the continuation. Bing bang biggity bosh. Just like that. I love it. And I feel so peaceful doing that. Like not having no attachment to being in the trade and just watching price do its thing. Oh my goodness. Tape reading. If you don't fall in love with tape reading, you can't be a good trader. I'm sorry. If you can't fall in love with tape reading, you cannot be a good trader. Oh my goodness. That was just beautiful. Whew. Maybe it's just me, but that was nice. I felt real smooth. Felt real good doing that. Okay, so this what I followed price action here, okay. All right, maybe if I didn't enter, that's fair, but it continued outside inside of the micro to here. During the micro though, there was nothing here that I really, what's the high of this? high of this, high of this, high 9695. There is a short-term local high up here. Ooh, hold on, hold on a minute. Oh, we're taking the open range, not open range. Yeah, open range, sell side. Okay, all right. Potentially to catch a retracement here, but hold on a minute, mate. There's a short-term high here. Let me snag this one. It's subtle. Like, that's how they do it, you know. That's a local short-term high, but to the blind eye, right, to the naked eye, you won't even see that looking at the eye glimpse. And that's how they hide this shit, you know. That's how they hide it in plain fucking sight, mate. Anyway, we take previous day equilibrium. We take a short-term high, swing, displacement, back down, market structure shift, back below. In plain fucking sight, mate. But for me, let's see, 2. Okay, all right, after 2 minutes. Cool. That was much nicer than the one that we're watching, to be honest. Look at that. That's fucking sexy, mate. That is fucking sexy. Ooh, look at that. That is fucking sexy. Three contracts, so it would be out at -1. I mean -1.5. But look at what it did. Look at what it did. A 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Woo! I was too busy focused over here. I ain't even pay attention to this tiny ass little candlestick. That's what I say. That's how it can, in the blink of an eye, you just miss it just like that. It's only when I read the high 946, 945, 945. Yep. So this candlestick has a higher high than the one to the right and the one to the left. So it makes it a swing high. Don't worry, I put together a little video. We're going to talk about it at the end of this session. Don't worry about it. Like I said, this weekend, I've been busy cooking. The people wanted it, so I had to oblige. You know? Your wish is my command. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, stop yappy, girl. We're hunting now. We're hunting. The hunt is afoot. I'm having so much fun. I ain't gonna lie, I'm having so much fun this morning. I'm having fun doing the thing that I love and just getting better at it, you know? This is the huge draw on liquidity. Let's get magic magnet. I don't know why I didn't put that on there. This is my draw. First, obviously, initially it would have been Asia session sell side. It was the first liquidity below dealing range sell side, okay? And then once it was taken, depending on how price behaved around it, which we used it to go lower. Duh. All right, now I have a draw. I have a draw. My next draw on liquidity is this significant low. It's 3 types of lows. It's previous day's low, it's previous week's low, it's also 20-day low, 20-day look back low. I would be interested in this bad boy. Hold on. Am I missing it though? I'm okay. There's something I'm collecting in terms of the time as well that I haven't got enough data to be confident in it. So what are we looking at? 3,975. Premium insight. I'm trying to no sync this, bear with me. All right, premium insight. I want to see body closure though because we're already in a discount. which we did get. We got a body closure. You're slow, mate. You're slow, mate. Yeah. You can go ahead and delete that. Two, 3, 150. Hey. Remember, you just solely focus on the 50 seconds here. 15 seconds here, girl. Hold on, let me see how much. I won't even, it won't even tell me at this point how much that loss was, because I'm in a whole new trade too now. This one is currently down 102, minus that is 150, so it's half of that, about 160 the loss was. There's something about the time that I was meant to focus on, but like I said, I didn't finish my back testing session. But we're about to take another back-to-back L. Losses are the only thing promised me here. Let's oh, okay, all right. I get why I took the first loss. This next loss is okay as well. We'll just watch price. This will give me more information based on the 1 minute market structure shift here. It's not over till the fat lady sings. The fat lady's about to sing in my face right now. She's about to sing. She about to sing to me. First one was on me. This one is valid. This one I'll take again. But the first one could have been avoided. Smashed! Okay, we're watching this retracement set up here. I would be getting in, but since I already took initial loss already, and this is my second one, I'm done. So we're gonna watch this though. It's about control of yourself, you know? Because if you don't control yourself, the market won't do it for you. Anything below 240, no, we're good on that. We'll be coming to here. This will be a retracement setup. What did I want to do? I wanted to no sync this. Oof, that's a fat loss. I mean, I like that. One thing I am doing right now is I said I wouldn't do is focus on the 15 seconds, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Let me make it smaller. It's only when the 1 minute confirms I refer to the 15 seconds. We're looking to be a seller. Oh, wrong low. Wrong low. Whew, you'd have been smashed out of that too already. All right. Good thing I just sat still. Golly. This one, fair. Actually, is it fair? Is it fair though? Draws right here. Continuation sell right here. More information right there. Price wants to continue lower. Ooh, okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to see something. What, they're giving us one. Uno contracto. Below I draw on liquidity. So let's see. Uno contracto. Yes, sir. Oh, me can't spell for shit. Uno contracto. Come to that draw on liquidity, magic magnet. Do your thing. Said, I'm looking to be a seller of this market. Alice, don't try to do too much. Don't try to do too much. Okay? That's always been my problem. Oh, you know what? I see where I went wrong too. Mom, you shake. I would want this to go first. At least on the 15 seconds. For the retracement, I should have anticipated this high being taken to confirm the continuation. Because of this inefficiency. And this is why you don't want to take losses with real money, okay, initially, all right, when you start out. This is why you don't want to go into the market with real funds. You want to demo, tape read until you collect all the data and refine your model, your strategy, whatever you're trying to look for in the price action. And then when you can be consistent in following that and you're seeing the outcome, that's when you go into live price action. That's when you're going to live funds, you know? This is the high that will need to go for me to be interested in a retracement. Right, I need to, for retracements, like I said, I need to be rock hard, like precise, stricter on those setups, and let the continuation be more lackadaisy on the continuation, because I'm following in the direction of my trend, right? So so nothing wrong. We had activated retracement setups by trading to and through liquidity below dealing range, so it's fair. That was fair. I just need to require more from the market when it comes to retracement setup. So I had one check, but now I need a second checkpoint that would be like, okay, now we're good. Now you're good, you know? Not that this trade has done anything right now. We still would be in it, so. After the time, I'm doing a timed entry. Oh, doing it. Yep, it was a 1 minute swing too. Oh, let me get a snapshot. Why is it not showing though? It's not showing my things. Let's give a quick snapshot, because I ain't trying to hide from this. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hide from it. It's like taking losses and knowing the draw on liquidity is absolutely insane, man. It's insane. Like, that's something I've been doing to myself consistently, and I need to analyze that. I need to stop that. I need to be stopped. She needs to be stopped. I don't know if I'm spelling this right. Losing? I'll just say. Put a good spin on it, man, because I do need to work on that. I don't want to talk to myself negatively, okay? But I also want to be honest and open with myself, you know? That is something I'm noticing. Oh, wrong chart. I'm about to say you, yeah, oh, what happened there? You're done. I'm done. We're all done. We're all mad down here. You gotta be mad to want to do this thing. This thing called trading in the financial market. You gotta be real madman to want to do this thing here. Took a lot going the other way. That's even. Let me stop. Two. Oh, drawn liquidity getting banged up right there. Still wouldn't have got -1 here on this setup. So we watch and we wait. Yeah, either way, still off the 4, we take that and drop down. Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to see the body. But understanding that my drawn liquidity was down here, right? I would want to be going in the direction of that. And in the direction of my daily condition. Fair, 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 fair. Don't start, don't stop. This what happens when you start like not overconfident. That's not the right word, but it's the only word I can think of to in terms to describe, you know, what's happening right now. Right, I'm trying to express my emotions right now. I'm trying to express what I'm feeling, what I'm going through. So I wouldn't say it's overconfidence, but it's along those lines of that. In terms of, I said to myself last week, I only want to be taking trades in the direction of my condition, right? Of my daily condition. So just focus on one side of the market, And I came in today and I, just because I've put in a protocol in place to allow me to be able to trade retracement setups, right? I'm not ready, right? I'm not there yet. I haven't like fully collected enough data to be like, okay, yes, we're good for retracement setups, right? And the 2 losses that I took today were both going against my daily daily program, sorry. So it's like I'm backtracking on my word from last week, right? This is why you always need to be in constant reflection of what you're doing, how your previous week went, what lessons you took from last week that you're taking into this week. All right, so you're aware of the mistakes or the protocols that you changed during last week that you're taking forward this week. -1 getting smashed right there. Okay, so, and the drawn liquidity, it was already hit anyway over here. So we've hit our drawn liquidity for the day. What a day though, what a day. Anyway, back to what I was saying, because this is some real shit I'm talking about here. So yeah, coming into today, all right, onto this week, I still, right, need to be focusing on one side of the market, okay? And if that was the case, right, obviously we would have avoided the 2 losses that we took. Nothing wrong with them, right? I put my hands up and say I don't regret taking the losses, all right? I'm just going over how I could have done things differently based on my experience from last week, right? I said, yes, I'm going to focus on one side of the market. Whatever my daily condition says I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to back test or walk forward the retracement setups, right? And obviously I came in today and didn't do that. So that's on me and that's on the trader. That's not on the analyst. It's on the trader, right? It's on the trader, and I take it for what it is, and I learn from it, right? I learn and I grow from it. So moving forward, right? Like I said to myself last week, all right? It's a battle every day, man. It's a battle every day. And some days, you know, your demons win. They overcome you. They succumb you, right? And you lose. And you don't do what you said that you're going to do. And then that's okay. That's human nature. It's this flesh. As long as we're in this flesh, we're going to sin and we're going to be weak, right? But it's not an excuse, right? It's not an excuse to continue doing what you're doing. It's just for me to notice and just work on, right? But either way, it's been beautiful price action for me personally this morning. I think I'm taking a lot out of this price action. And if you are here with me today, I hope you took something out of this price action today. We're not done yet, but I hope you're taking something out of what I'm saying, because this is some real shit, bro. But anyway, if I was focused, right, on one side of the market, like I said I would be, and leave the retracements, collect more data on the retracements like I said I would, all right? This is what happens when you go against your own things, and that's what we do here in these markets, right? These candlesticks can evoke some sort of emotions and things in us that you wouldn't even know that, hey, this is how I feel, this is how I'm doing, you know? That's why you have to reflect, You have to evaluate, you have to analyze the data, analyze yourself and your actions during that. What made you take that freaking trade when you knew you shouldn't have taken that trade? What made me take that trade when I knew I shouldn't have taken that trade? Because I'm going based on my 1 day, 2 days of data that I collected. I'm like, okay, we activated retracement setup, so let's do it. No, baby gal. All right, no. The market will humble you real quick. Anyway, nothing more. We'll wait for 10:30 and see what 10:30 has in store for us. But in terms of trade wise, I'm tapped out. I've got my 2 bullets. Snipers didn't snipe today. Sniper, like, she took position and she completely missed the target, you know, because she was focused on something else than the target, you know. And that's what happens. That's what happens. If you're not focused on the target, how are you supposed to hit it? Quote that, quote that, quote that. I said that shit. But anyway, what else is below here? We looked at that daily inefficiency, okay, on the higher time frame. From the beginning of this session, we looked at our higher time frame potential draws on liquidity. All right, we looked at this daily inefficiency in here. Okay, so that's my next potential draw right now in price, because there's nothing else really that I would be interested in based on the higher time frame. On the 4 hour. 4 hour. We got these relatively lows in here. Right, potentially into that daily inefficiency. Let's see what that daily inefficiency is in relation to the 4 hour there. I roll up, no cash on me. Calm now, no mash on me. Stay away from these ashy youths for they come around and get ash on me. That's 5,000 capacity. 5,000 capacity, then spread that over the UK and then add it up and get back to me. You pussies not bad for me. Madman, they got mad for me. Who the fuck went and gassed you up like you're good enough to be clashing me? Oh, please stop harassing me. Charging me up and put gassing me. Them local fish trying to... Oh man, the audacity. Anyway, these relatively lows, right? Like I said, they were nested inside of that daily inefficiency. So that's a potential draw, all right, to hit consequent encroachment, taking out these relatively lows here. I'm seeing it. ICT, Michael, I see it. I see it. I see it. Those relatively lows. I see what you mean. I see it. I see it. We're taking previous daily low, previous week's low, 20-day low. Everything is confirming sell, 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 sell. All right, this is the current draw on liquidity. All right, so let's see how price. I'll leave it there for the week, and we'll no sync it, so I don't want to see it on the lower time frame. Draw on liquidity, smash the ruby. Don't know why it comes out so big. Ooh, that initial trade. Woo 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 wee. On the 15 seconds, on the 1 minute, on the 15 seconds. During the macro. Ooh, to that draw on liquidity there. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. This one's even still going, bro. Like, we got -2. I'd be at break even already here. -2.5. That's if it gave me enough contract. There was only one contract, really. We'll be out at -1 there. But anyway, I was back here debating, talking about where I went wrong in my trading today. It's more important than what's happening right now, because I can't even partake in what's happening right now, to be honest, because I used my 2 bullets and I completely missed, right? Like we just discussed, I was focused on the wrong thing. So it is what it is. We keep it pushing, right? We keep it pushing. Focusing on my direction, right? On my daily condition, which is sell, 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 right? Post opening range, right? We take open range sell side here. I would be waiting for a short-term high to be taken above it and a market structure shift below. So this right here would have actually confirmed a continuation sell, but as you can see, it would have come and taken you out. and then confirmed a continuation because this candlestick did close above that. Well, not that we needed it to close, actually. I wouldn't have needed this. I would have needed it, the body closure, which it did give me here. In terms of stop, because it was also on a 1 minute as well too. And I still haven't collected enough data on that time, on the timestamp here. So, okay. Anyway, back here. 10:30 is kicking off. First hour of trading is behind us. Nothing here for me to be. There's no price action here, even though we have time potentially. There's no price here for me to do anything until we come back above this this low right here. There's nothing for me to do. So, we're back here. We're back here. We're focusing our attention here. All right, on where we went wrong in today's, even though we were right in terms of our drawn liquidity and where price was going, we watched price do its thing, we still took losses. But that's, we digress and we move. We digress and we move. Yeah, so yeah, this would have been a continuation setup I would have been interested in. It was also confirmed on the 1 minute. All right, so using 1 minute short-term swings, all right, still confirmed this setup here. And stop would go here, because for me personally right now, if liquidity is rated above that inefficiency, okay, I'm gonna put my stop at that, the swing high that takes that liquidity. But I'm watching this here on the 15 seconds, which is a support and time frame, really and truly. Okay, supports my 1 minute. This in itself is a continuation setup. All right, I would want this high to go. So now, right, potentially based on what I'm seeing here, right, I can come up with procedures and protocols for my retracement setups, which is to so I can avoid. I know I can't avoid all my losses, right? But the ones that I can avoid, all right, I want to be able to avoid them. That's why I analyze data to be like, okay, I took this loss, but like, could I have avoided it based on waiting for certain things to happen in place, right? So that's what we're doing here, right? Process of refinement, right? We're building this fund, right? But we're still in the ground floor, right? We're still like in the beginning. We're still trying to collect the data to be like, yeah, this is how we're going to operate. We have an SOP and we've collected enough data on it to be like, yeah, this is our standard operating procedure here at the Trader Capital. Okay, I'm building that foundation for us. Okay, I'm going through the trenches right now with it. Okay. So now, cool. In terms of I'm talking about in terms of retracement, right? Let's talk in terms of retracement right now before we get back into the continuation. In terms of retracement, seeing that we had this inefficiency, this continuation sell model, all right, and I would be anticipating this high to go for the continuation, for the retracement. Sorry, too many, like, it's only two things, but I just get them mixed up all the time. Anywho, so yep, this confirmed a continuation sell in itself. All right, when we trade this swing displacement, fair value gap here, we come back into it and we cause a market structure shift here. That confirmed a continuation sell on the 15 seconds. We're just looking at the 15 seconds right now. So for this right here, for me to catch the retracement, right, this is the high that would have needed to go for me to be interested in the retracement. So until this high was taken, right, I'm still looking to be a seller of this market, right? I'm not ready for the retracement yet, okay? So, interesting. Interesting, because yeah, I have this right here for one of my sell models, continuation sell models. Yeah, it's a sell model. What am I talking about? It can either be a continuation or retracement. It's a sell model regardless. Sell model is the displacement leg that trades to and through the external liquidity, all right? If it holds an inefficiency and it comes back into that inefficiency and causes a market structure shift below like we did down here. Let me close this. Let me delete this so we can be clean on what we're looking at here, because price action right now doesn't interest me because there's no price levels I'll be interested in. I'm seeing how price gravitates towards this daily inefficiency though on the higher time frame, which it seems like is going and it doesn't want to stop. It's heading straight to it. Anyway, I'm having fun today. Are you having fun today? We took L's, but I'm still having fun because I'm doing what I love, and I'm learning, and I'm growing, I'm becoming 1% better. So I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a ball. I've been waiting for Monday to come. I've been waiting for Mondays, man. Especially when we have a good, decent open range gap and we have news. Oh, come on, solid Monday, man. Even when we don't have news and we have a decent open range gap, it's still a decent price action. But when we don't have either one of those, Mondays are dead to me. Just kidding. But anyway, so confirming. Oh, so now I have to. Yeah, this is one thing that I've also been not fighting, but like been noticing in price action that time, because I'm waiting for a specific amount after that time, but I don't need to. I need to follow the price action in terms of right after when it confirms, like 10 o'clock, follow the price action. What do? Right? We come down, trade, we confirm a continuation sell, which is what we're here to do. We're here to be a seller. So this in itself right here, when it came in and took this, let me zoom this thing up. Because this is nice. I like what I'm seeing here. Let me zoom this thing up. Post opening range, obviously that's when my hunting starts, right? And I see my setup right here. I see it clean as day. But I was too busy. Let's not even get into it. Anyway, this is a continuation sub. So we confirmed we're looking to be a seller, right? Whatever the market does, I'm looking to be a seller of this market until dealing range buy side is taken. I'm looking to be a seller of this bloody market. All right, and we did get a sell model, right? A continuation sell model right here on the 15 seconds post opening range. So open range finished at 10 o'clock. I wait for that 1 minute candle. 1 minute candle. Well, yeah, this would have finished that 1 minute here, and we have obviously this is the low. We trade to and through external liquidity, open range sell side, all right, swing with a displacement. This is one of my sell models, all right. If price comes into an inefficiency above that external liquidity, where am I looking at? Lows here, yep. And then we cause a market structure shift below it. I'm going to take this one off. I understand that's where I took the loss. That's fair. That's okay. That's on me. Okay. We came in, took a short-term low here. Obviously, I would, right, because it's a 15-second. I would want to see, and it's an inefficiency entry, right? It's an inefficiency entry on the 15 seconds. I would like to see an M1 market structure shift, okay? So we'll keep that as an M1 market structure shift. This was the M1 market structure shift. But if I had waited for that, right? Anyway, let me carry on with the 15 seconds. Come into the inefficiency, comes back below, market structure shift back below the external liquidity, right? Entry is here, stop would be up here, okay? Until this high goes, all right, we would maintain continuation to the downside here. So this was nice. This was nice. This would have been it, okay? If I was focused on my target and where I was supposed to be doing today, all right, this would have been my trade right here, and we're done, and it's still going, okay? Interesting. Okay, and even when we came back in here and we took structure above it, closed back below it, cool. But at my current settings of my models, right? At my current settings of my models, boom. Once we took that, right here, I'm looking at it, it would have confirmed that I was offside. Just because of the inefficiency. This is where more data needs to come in, right? This is where more data needs to come in. No, my milkshake. So knowing that the draw liquidity below price, that should be like one factor, the main factor, not main factor, but an important factor. No. Just looking at this price, I'm trying to think. See this bendy pen? Distraction. No. Do you see it? It's bending. I'm bending the pen. I'm bending space and time continuum. Oh, I used to do this a lot. I miss doing this with my pen. Like, I could do tricks with my pen. Can you do tricks with your pen? I could do tricks with my pen. Can you do that? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't spin your pen like that. You can't spin your pen like that. Can you do that? No, you can't. Try to do it. Try to do it. I can even do this one. Oh, it's sick. You saw that? It's been a while, but I used to do this all the time in school. You know, just play with my pen, do pen tricks. Anyway, back here. Sometimes you have to step away to step in. Okay, so anyway, once this confirmed here, once this continuation setup confirmed, regardless of what happens next, right? This is the high that I need to go, because obviously this is confirming a sell model here. And for me to be wrong in this sell model here, this is the high that needs to go. So until, right, this high goes, or until we reach our draw on liquidity, right, I'm going to elect to maintain that price wants to go lower and draw that into that draw on liquidity. Okay, for now, right, looking at this based on this one data I'm collecting, right, I'm trying to put something in place that I can go back and look at and walk forward and look at to see if it makes sense, right? If it makes sense. If I'm gonna end up missing too many trades, too many setups because of it, obviously I'll need to adjust. But if it's just right on the head and it's like I'm avoiding certain losses that I don't need to lose, then it will be a good procedure and protocol to implement, right? That's what it's all about, really and truly. And that's why in the beginning, you want to do this with no attachment to money, all right? With no attachment to money. Because the fear of losing money, real money, it taints everything, okay? It taints everything. So you want to be able to do this without any attachment, without no monetary, outcome, just pure passion to learn the price action, to learn the candlesticks and why they behave the way that they do. And once you get to that point, right, the money making is freaking simple once you master the skill. But anyway, hold on, bear with me, because I'm very like into my retracement things, because I've been getting burned a lot on them, and I need to put stricter procedures in place for it. So that's my main focus right now. If sell model is confirmed, at this point it doesn't matter the time frame that is confirmed on. Okay, at this point it doesn't matter the time frame. If sell model is confirmed, in a continuation, let me adjust continuation and be aware that it's a continuation. If sell model is confirmed, if this then that, right? If sell model is confirmed, then wait for price to reach draw on lick, or on lick, and then engage in retracement, or if sell model is confirmed, then wait for sell model to be proven wrong, then engage. I don't get paid to spell, folks. I don't get paid to spell. I don't even get paid to trade right now. Anyway, proven wrong, then engage in retracement. So as you can see, my wording on my precision protocols, right? I'm using if this then that. All right, I can easily code this into into an AI to look for these parameters for me, right? Because that's how IPTA is moving. She's an algorithm, okay? She's seeking liquidity and seeking inefficiencies, okay? Repricing to inefficiencies. So for now, what we're going to walk forward in terms of retracement setups, right? First things first, before we even think about retracement, okay? First things first, before we even think about retracement, we need a key liquidity to be taken above or below dealing range. Okay, so once we establish our dealing range, I need to wait to see a key liquidity to be taken, either session, previous day, previous week. All right, a key liquidity to be taken above or below dealing range. That would be, hey, okay, we're now entering, we can take a retracement setup. However, right, that's the first step, right? Then, right, checklist number 2, right, we're obviously always looking to trade in the direction of our condition, right? And if it fails, or I set sell model, but I need to make it for both, but that's okay. I can do that later. In this example here, yes, we took a key liquidity below external liquidity dealing range. We took Asia session sell side, so we had step 1, all right, and then step 2, right? I'll be obviously waiting. Yeah, now what? That's all. You wait, and then what? Because what if we don't get a sell model? What if we just get straight? Oh, then we'll get in, right? But however, if we got a sell model, then we need to wait for that sell model to fail. Okay. Okay. We'll be getting out of here soon. Okay, bear with me. I need to get this down before we get out of here, because this is important stuff for me. So let's go back. We watched this, okay, yes, came back above, we took this subtle, this, oh, I didn't even watch how this candlestick formed, because depending on how it formed, if we took the sell side first and then got the market structure shift, that would have been a retracement setup. But obviously you would have been proven wrong right here with that closure, and you would have been getting back on board on this trade. But either way, however, it depends on, I don't remember really how this candlestick formed, okay? Whether it took the buy side and then took the sell side, or whether it took the sell side and then took the buy side. Either way, if you're going in a retracement, it would have been fine here, but obviously you would have been proven wrong when this candlestick closed below here. I would want to see a closure, because we're in a discount. I'll be selling in a discount, okay? When we close below here, all right, this confirmed the continuation sell. So either way, if you got this buy and then you got this sell, nothing wrong with that, okay? I'm going back into price and just trying to see. I need to start following the price action, right? In terms of what is done in the previous, not session, but time window, and bring it into the forward window, because I'm too laser focused on waiting for the time and the setup to occur on the time and the setup. But I need to pay attention to what price has done before it got to that time, you know, because that's a very important factor to consider, and that's something I haven't really been paying attention to. So I need to start paying attention to what price has done coming into the time where I'm looking to hunt, you know. It's good to like hunt and wait for the, you know, be on the hunt, but like before you go on the hunt, you need to look at previous. Okay, let's go back to sniping, right? Before people take the shot, right, they prepare, they look at, hey, this is the target here, right? How did the target get here, all right? And what's the next step of this target, right? You need to judge the wind, how the wind is doing and all. I don't know much about sniping, but that's pretty much the extent of I know is from movies and shit. But anyway, start paying attention to price. I say before hunting time, but that's just the best way I can put it right now. So, yeah, anyway, we had also draws on liquidity is very important here, okay? Once we confirm the continuation, right? All eyes was on this low right here. All eyes for me was on this low after we took Asia session sell side. All eyes just gravitated towards this low, and that's exactly where price gravitated towards. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is anyway. Yeah, depending on whatever happens here, right? This would have been it. 950 macro. Okay, we start. I don't mind. I don't want to trade open range, but I don't mind starting also at 950. Okay, because it's a macro, right? If it's clean like this, especially using a daily key level, right? Using a daily key level, right? It's a higher time frame key level, so you anticipate strong price movements from that level. Right here, this trade was framed around previous day's equilibrium. Okay, so the range of the previous day, the middle point. All right, that's something I've realized last week and the week before, just ending the last week, that constant not constant encouragement, that equilibrium level, ooh, is powerful. Like, I really wasn't paying much attention to it before because I was just using the high and low, and I just had the middle point in to know where the middle point was. But since I've been paying more attention, not like price has just been showing me more things around that level, that I'm now like, yeah, I can frame a setup around this level and feel confident that it's gonna do what it needs to do. So that's just based on the data that I've been collecting. But anyway, post hunting time, I wouldn't mind engaging in this also because it's a macro time and then price. Okay, we wait for time and price to align, and we wait for certain candlestick characteristics around that price level, okay, to tell us potentially where price is going. All right, and we'll get into what I built here in a second, which will, yeah, anyway, bear with me. I'm doing the thing that I do, just yabba yabba yabba. Let me see where price is at right now though. Yeah, well, just working back up to that price point where I'll be interested in something. Until we get there, there's nothing really for me to do. So hunting time begins post 10 o'clock. All right, so anyway, we'll wait for that 1 minute on here to complete. 1, 2, 3, 4 takes 4 candles right here. This the 1 minute candle complete, and we have the low. We trade swing displacement back below external liquidity. All right, confirming the session as a sell program in line with the daily. Okay, right, this in itself, when price came back into this inefficiency and caused a market structure shift, is a continuation sell. Okay, it's a continuation sell. If a sell model is confirmed, then we wait for price to reach draw on liquidity and then engage in retracement. Okay, so here until this high go, or then wait for sell model to be proven wrong and then engage. So here, when we confirm this continuation sell model here, right, with this short-term low being taken after price comes into the inefficiency here, okay, on the 15 seconds, confirms the sell model. For just inefficiencies, the market structure shift, all right, my stop would be up here. But if this didn't happen here, and this is what happened, right, if we came into it, oh no, actually this, yeah, and we took buy side inside of the inefficiency and caused a market structure shift, my stop wouldn't go up here, my stop would be up here. And that's why I was like, either way here, I would have been taken out of it. At my current model, right, I would have been taken out of it. However, based on what's happened prior, right, to price here, right, don't forget this, right, and just move on to this, because that's what I've been doing. I've been forgetting what's happened prior to price and just focusing on what's happening right now. I need to pay attention to what's happening before price gets to the point where I want to be interested in. Okay, so now with the information I know now, based on focusing on prior price action, right, when this self model confirmed, right, this is the high now for me that needs to go for me to be interested in a retracement setup, regardless of anything that's happening here or what was happening in here. This would have been the high, right, for me to be like, okay, potentially price doesn't want to continue to draw on that liquidity here. It wants to go retrace higher and then continue back down. Okay, so this is the only thing that I can see right here, right now, that would have allowed me, or that would have given me the leeway, right, to not have engaged in the retracement setup and taking the losses that I did today. Okay, so just based on this data alone, right, this is it, and we're gonna walk it forward, right? We're gonna go back. Actually, we're gonna go back. We're not gonna walk it forward here. We're gonna go back into price and collect more data on this, right? And if it makes sense, if I see enough data to be like, okay, yes, this is allowing me to avoid retracement setup losses, or is allowing me to miss certain trades, right? Depending on the data from the past, all right, then we can walk it forward, right? Obviously, I'll adjust based on the past data and then walk it forward. But that's what it's all about here. That's all it's all about. Okay, so that's how we could have avoided this. Even here, I'll still, until this high goes, all right, just maintain that until this high. It doesn't matter the time frame right now. I'm not really focusing on the time frame. I'm just, hey, the setup is the setup, right? It doesn't matter what time frame it happens on. So regardless of what happens in here, right, I'm still looking to be a seller as long as we don't take this high, okay? So boom, boom, stop would obviously here, obviously I'll need to be aware that we still have this is the swing high I need to see taken, so I need to put my stop loss at the point where it validates the trade, right? The initial setup, right, with on during my hunting time, right? This was the perfect hunting time. This was the perfect trade right now. Post opening range, this was the trade. This was the trade of the day for me. Forget the 950 macro one, all right? Because I want to be trading post 10 o'clock, but I don't mind if it's clean on the 950. Like, it wasn't super clean because obviously you couldn't tell this was a swing high unless you were looking for it. But yeah, regardless of that, this is my setup. This was my setup for the day. Okay, this was my setup for the day. Beautiful though. Beautiful, beautiful setup. We're working our way back up. It probably hit a thing, but I don't have enough of those things. Anyway, this was my setup, and regardless of what happened in here, I would want to see this high go, all right, before I engage in a retracement setup. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And then when we came back up in here, we took buy side here. Oh, what did I do? Let me undo. We took buy side here. Inside of the inefficiency, all right, we dropped below market structure shift back below the external liquidity. Okay, all of this was confirming a continuation sell model, right? This one candle, all right, closed below this one, so this would have been the one. But anyway, I would for my back testing, I want the lowest low point from when market structure shifts. So this would have been the low that I would be interested in really, but I'll be watching these for now and be engaging in these ones, okay? But this was it. This was a good setup. This would have been a good setup too, but obviously we understand our stop will need to go at this high. Especially, and with this one too, our stop will need to go at this high. Cool. That's something I learned today. That's enough on that price action. Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this one back. And I'm going to watch how this candlestick formed. From the 931, I'm going to watch back how this candlestick formed to see which side was taken first, and you know whether it was a loss or not. It still would have proven you would have paid for premium insights. This is the trade we watch. We got proven wrong here. Continuation. Okay, that was nice though. I enjoyed watching that one. That's the one I saw cleanly, other than on and not this one. But anyway. Anywho. This is the same setup that happened earlier post opening range. Okay, this is the same setup. We trade to and through external liquidity with a displacement. There's a fair value gap here. All right, once price comes into that fair value gap, now until this high goes at this current price action here, I won't be interested in a retracement, right? Until we hit a draw on liquidity, or until this high goes. Why didn't I? Not the high. Because it's the swing high, displacement, fair value gap. We came into it, market structure shift back below. This would have confirmed the entry, but as you can see, price doesn't come in to tag us in. So this is the high that I need to see go. Same thing with this high. So I'm watching that going into lunch. Where is it? It's not showing, I guess it's non-sync. And that will bring us to the end of our session here. Very nice session. Took a lot out of this session. Definitely gonna watch this this clip this session back again, and just to see what was going on, right? Just pay closer attention to the price action, pay closer attention to me, right? And specifically what was going on with me, right? At the time when I took those trades, just, yeah. Anyway, what I did well today, right, is that I showed up, all right? I got 1% better, 100%. Gained experiences and learned lessons I'll take into my next trading day, next trading session for sure. Definitely 1% better just by being in the price action today and just analyzing where I went wrong today and just taking inventory of my actions, right, and what I did in the chart, and not blaming somebody else or something else for my actions, right? It was me alone that decided to enter the market when I did. It was me alone that pulled the trigger. So it's me alone that gets to face the consequences of that outcome, right? Me alone that I need to reflect on and blame, not put the blame on myself, but it's my responsibility, all right, at the end of the day, okay? And that's what a lot of people fail to acknowledge, right? They try to blame the market for doing something to them, and the market did this to me. The market, no, it's not the market, because the market ain't asked you to get in it, right? It wasn't calling you last night, but like, yo, it's Monday, I'm here, we got news, might have a decent size open range gap. Come on, come take a trade. It wasn't doing that. It's you that chose or decided to come into the market and take a trade. So it's you alone are responsible. Okay, so take accountability for your actions and not try to blame other people or other outside factors. Anyway, um, what I fell short today, I woke up at a decent hour. I got my morning routine in, arrived at the chart. Actually, yeah, morning routine cool. Woke up at this an hour cool. Chart wise, where I fell short, till today I did fall short on chart wise, right? What I fell short today is not focusing on the side of of the market that I wanted to be in, right? We established our condition going into today as a sell program, okay? So we're looking to be a seller of this market. I only want to take sell setups, right? Until I can collect enough data on that retracement setup stuff that we just did right now, and collect more data and have more precision protocols on that retracement setup. I'm only looking to be on the side of my condition, okay? I'm only looking to trade on the side of my condition, okay? And that's why I fell short today. If I was focused on the side of my condition, right, I would have avoided those retracement setups that I took. And so that's on me. Like I said, it is what it is. I would say that's why I fell short today. Not focusing on the one side of the market like I told myself I would be from last week. Okay, I did good. I did really good, like towards the end. Anyway, that's when I established it after Tuesday. I did really good last week, and then coming into today, it's all right taking a step back, but it's all right step back to a spring back. All right, to a step back to springing me forward to the next phase of my development. Okay, so that's how I'm taking it, and yeah. So that's why I fell short today. Okay, I did fall short today, and it's okay to fall short, right? As long as you know where you're falling short and you're looking to be better and you're looking to improve. How I can improve for next year, next trading session is like I just said, right? Focus on one side of the market. Once my condition has been established, all right, I'm only looking to be on that side of the market until proven otherwise. I'm only looking to be on that side of the market, and until I collect more data in the retracement setup and how I want to approach my retracement setup. Okay, because obviously they're going against the trend, right? So yeah, pretty much that's how I can improve for next day, next training session, and keep showing up, right? Keep showing up, keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. Don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses deter me, distract me from what I got going on here. I got a solid foundation, all right? Just minor refinements, all right? More data, more experience, and we'll be where we need to be, all right? I'm not worried. I'm not pressed. I'm not stressed about nothing. I just know that if I keep showing up and keep taking small steps in the right direction, eventually I'm gonna get to my goal. Right? It's not about getting there today. It's not about getting there tomorrow. It's not about getting there this week. It's not about getting there this month. It's not about getting there this year. Right? It's about just working towards it each and every day. Right? And eventually, right? If I'm still on this God green earth, right? Eventually, if I keep taking small steps in my direction, the right direction, I'm gonna get to where I want to go. All right, and I know I'm gonna get to where I go. I already got there. I just need to attain it. I just need to grab it. I'm already there. I just need to grab the shit. Anyway, yeah, decent, solid morning for us here on the Trader Capital. All right, a lot to unpack and a lot to go over this beautiful Monday morning, money making Monday morning. But we took losses. It's okay. Anyway, let's get back into my announcement. So a lot of people, all right, since I started posting like my trading, like journey, or like I quite off for a while, and then I've been recently posting just on WhatsApp here and there. I've been posting my trading stuff. A lot of people been reaching out to me in terms of wanting to learn how to trade, and basically just want to know how they can get in. So I put together it's a rough draft, but hey, it's about speed, right? Speed. I'm just getting straight to it. This is the beginning, right? This is just how I'm starting. It's not how I'm gonna finish anyway. I put together just on thetrader.com. Yeah, I put together a free training, all right? A free beginner training that walks through the basics that every new and aspiring trader needs to know, all the information that you need to know, okay? So It's free. You register, give me your information, or you're paying with just your information, your name, your email, and your phone number. You're paying with just your information, and that's it. Your information you give away freely anyway, and it's out there in the open. So I'm not asking for something that it's not already out there. You feel me? I put together this beginner free training because a lot of people have been asking me how to get started, and it's tough, right? Even watching the live stream, if you don't know the language, right, if you don't know the information and the knowledge that you need to know, it's not really going to make sense. It's going to take some time for it to start clicking. So I kind of put this free beginner training together that exposes you to the concepts, exposes you to how you need to be reading the chart, how to read a candlestick, how to read a price chart, and exactly what you're looking for in the charts. So it would have been longer if I went into details into everything, but like it's like 1 hour. It's about less than 90 minutes. Less than 90 minutes. Okay, so if you want to go check it out, right? Just go amthetrader.com. All right, register for the free training. Once you put your information and reserve your free seat, you'll get immediate access to the training. It also comes with a workbook, okay, that you can obviously write on and take notes, okay, just to have something physical to look at. I think is easier once you for you to retain the information, okay. So go check it out. It comes with a free workbook, okay. This is what I was doing. I spent all day yesterday on here. Like it was tough, but like I got it done. It is what it is. That's why I didn't get to finish my back testing session really. But put it together all day yesterday, right? It's just a beginning, right? It's nothing spectacular. It's not how I would want it right now, but it's just something. So I have something in place for the people that have been asking me, hey, can you teach me? How do I start? How do I, how much money do I need? All the questions. So this is the agenda on the trading. Okay, you're gonna learn what trading is, what the financial markets is, different styles of trading that's out there. All right, it's not just day. Cause I day trade, but obviously there's different styles of trading as well that can suit your personality and your risk tolerance, and obviously your day to day time that you can afford a lot to give to the market. Okay, different asset classes that's out there, and why go into specific details into why we specialize in the futures market. Okay, we talk a little bit about the three pillars, but it's mainly about trading edge aspect of trading. Okay, I don't really go into money and mindset and risk management much because that is like I said, if I talked about everything I want to talk about, it would be like a whole 5 hour video, and I know people have a short span of attention, so I didn't want to make it too long. And it's just a basic video anyway. And we talk about candlesticks and price chart, how to read it, what you're looking for, specifically when you open a chart, what to look for, all right, and stuff like that. So it's yeah, it's just something I put together, and yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. I'm looking for feedback. Okay, I'm always looking for ways to improve my communication style and to be a better educator. So anything that doesn't make sense, hey, there's even the website, from the website to like registering and getting the video, and in the video it's in the training itself. If like my explanation on something isn't super clear, I want to know, right? I want to know that, hey, you said this, but I don't really understand it. Just so it helps me to better communicate what I'm trying to communicate, because one thing for me is hard for me to explain things. All right, that's always been a battle, and that's something I'm praying for. I'm praying to get better in, okay, and working on getting better in. So if you're interested and you want to check it out and give me feedback, I'll really appreciate it, really and truly. So just let me know. All right, it's out there. I've done it. It took me a while, but I got it done, and that's just because I've been getting a lot of people reaching out saying they want to learn. So if you know anybody that's trying to learn, send them to I'm the Trader Capital. I'm the Trader Capital. Sorry, yikes. First of all, get the fucking website right, girl. Send them to amthetrader.com. It's simple. Amthetrader.com. Just register for the free training. All right. As soon as you give me your information, all right, because that's the cost here. All right, I just want the information. It's just a little information, just 3 pieces of information, really and truly. Your name, your full name, your email, and your phone number. That's it. I ain't asking for too much. You give this shit to people on a regular basis anyway, so why not give it for a good cause, right? Register for free. All right, as soon as you register, you'll get the access to the training, and yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, folks. But this is what I've been working on here. I'm the Trader Capital. We're starting small, all right, but we're starting. That's the main thing. We're starting. All right, it's all about starting. It's not about how you finish. It's not about, you know, in the middle piece. It's about starting, right? Because that's the hardest part of anything, like going to the gym. The hardest part is actually working up the nerve to put on clothes and go to the gym. Because once you go to the gym, once you're in the gym, it's a vibe. It's a time, right? But it's the before part. So I'm happy that I'm starting. Okay. Speed. Speed. That's something I need to start working on. Speed to market. Speed to market. Speed to market. It's not about having the 100% complete product. Is about speed to the market, and then you work on the kinks, right? These people, these people right here, these people right here, everybody and their mama go one of these, right? They send us broken products all the time, right? And then they update it every year, right? They don't. It's about speed to the market, all right? And that's something I learned from Grant Cardone, and it's now clicking, right? It's not all starting to make sense. But anyway, go check it out. I'mTheTrader.com. All right, register for the free training. It's like 1 hour 30 minutes, less than 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 28 something. Okay, even in there I said 45 minutes, but it just went on because there's just so much information, and I just tried to limit it and not overdo it, not give too much information. But hey, go check it out. Let me know what you think. Okay, just need 3 pieces of information and you get the free training. Okay. All right. Um, yeah. So that will be it from us today. Okay. I'mTheTrader.com is live. All right. It's live. It's active. Okay. Go check it out. Go register. Watch that free training. Even if you're already trading, is useful information for you to know. Like if you're not already looking at the markets, how you need to be looking at the markets. All right. Or help you get a stronger foundation in terms of what you're looking for. Okay. So send it to your mama, send it to your friends, send it to your cousins, send it to your sisters, send it to your brothers. All right, your lost long relatives that are interested in the trading. I'mTheTrader.com. Send it to them. All right, and yeah, hopefully get some feedback back, and then we can learn to improve it and just make it better, right? Because that's the goal. But yeah, other than that, solid day from us here. I'm the Trader Capital. We have news all week this week, right? We have an action-packed week, all right? So we'll be here all week, every week on the day, right? 9:15 to 11:30 kickoff time, okay? 9:15 to 11:30. So yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow, and yeah, that's it from us here at I'm the Trader Capital. Let's wrap this bitch up. Let's wrap it up in a bow. Thank you, everybody that tuned in today. I appreciate you. You have no idea how much I appreciate you being here and supporting your girl. All right. We're on our way to $1 billion hedge fund. Okay, so just remember I told you here first, and you're watching it live in the flesh. I'm building it live in the flesh, watching it happen live right in front of your eyes, baby. Okay, take this fucking journey with me. Let's go. Let's wrap it up. Can you tell that I love it? Can you tell that I love being here? Like this is like, ugh, I'm gone. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you. There was a time that I would finish a trading session and still feel lost. Even on days I made money, I didn't really know why it worked. And on losing days, I had no system to fall back on. That's the difference between guessing and having a real edge. And here's the truth. Most traders only focus on entries, but consistency comes from the system behind the entry. So if you've been watching and thinking this makes sense, but I don't have the full system yet, that's exactly why I created the 10% to 1% club. That's where we go deeper into all 3 pillars, the full model, the risk management system, the money and mindset principles needed to join the 1% club, and the exact process to follow daily. If you're serious about becoming consistent, that is your next step. I used to think the goal was to win more trades, but the real goal is to become the type of trader who can perform no matter the outcome. Because once you have that, the results will follow. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next AM session, kicking off at 9:15 a.m. again at 9:15 a.m. To be on time is to be late, okay? So make sure you show up early. As always, I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy bloody hunting. Remember, you only fail when you quit.